All right, Halos, welcome back to Patch Notes. How's everyone doing? All right, so it looks like we've gone back to patch 25.04, so that's interesting. Notes, so that's what we're gonna do. It looks like locking in for the last patch of Act 1, so I guess this will be the end of patch or Act 1, and then I believe that means, let me see, that would be March 5th or so should be when Act 2 starts. So get all that stuff in. That pass, I'm assuming, will also reset. I'm not really sure. But yeah, all that stuff should reset by the time a couple weeks from now starts up. But anyways, aside from that, definitely can look through some of these. Like, if you want to, you can pause to read all this stuff. But this is the overview, the highlights, and then we've got some skins, looks like, as well as they do mention the patch naming. So they said, we initially went to 25.s1.1 with the hopes of tying patches more closely to seasons, and after a couple of patches we've realized it's not the easiest thing to communicate and wasn't really hitting the mark the way we hoped. So this patch is 25.04, with the last patch this year will be 25.24. Then come January 2026, it'll be 26.1. You get the idea. So wait, not 26.01. So why are we doing 0.04 then? What? Why wouldn't it be just 25.4? Anyways, you get the idea. This will also tie the patch numbering to how we talk about our other events like Worlds much closer each year. Okay. Alright. I guess that's fine. Kind of going back a little bit, but it's also not... This should be Season 15. So normally it would have been like 15.4 or whatever, but it's fine, I guess. It's a little bit less confusing, I suppose, but honestly, now it could be a little more confusing depending on your stance. But anyways, looks like honor revamps. So as of this patch, the honor system has been revamped to better reflect how players interact with one another instead of steadily progressing over a season. Unless you're penalized, your honor now updates regularly based on your recent behavior. Our goal with these changes was to make honor about how you showed up, about how you show up and the positive impact you have on your teammates, not just how many games you've played. Yeah, I do appreciate that. It shouldn't be just like how many games. If you played a lot of games, you get more honor. As always, we want the system to create a safer and more positive environment. Yep. Now that honor is a more accurate evaluation of behavior, we're tying it to communication privileges and other rewards. Honor 3 now represents neutral players who aren't being disruptive or positive. All the baseline features to play and communicate with your team are available at list level. Higher levels of honor are reserved for players who are consistently positive, respectful, and collaborative. These players are awarded Battle Pass XP drops and benefits like visible honor levels. At Honor 5, you'll gain access to ally-targeted pings to call for things like Dearest Karthus' ultimate. What? Dearest Karthus? Why is that capitalized? Meanwhile, honor levels 1 and 2 indicate an active penalty on your account due to recent disruptive behavior, and as a result, access to rewards and some chat usability will be restricted. These will go live on February 20th, which should be tomorrow as of this recording and as of this patch dropping. Let's see. Honor levels, amount of games you played without penalties, and it was the old version. Now it's dynamic evaluation based on recent positive behavior. Rewards and entitlements, or rewards, I suppose, based on your current honor. More info available at honor FAQ. Okay, and then honor checkpoints and seasonal resets are gone. Oh, that's kind of actually not great. Not gonna lie. Demotion warnings will notify you when your honor is sliding to the previous level. Honor penalties, game based. The amount of matches you must play to lift the penalty is viewable in your profile the same way ranked restrictions are today. Okay, honor tokens are any remaining honor 5 tokens and loot will be converted into 1050 orange essence at the start of patch 25.06. Oh, so I might need to use one then. I'm pretty sure I have 1 or 2 tokens left, and I guess I should probably turn them in for something. Either that or just they'll get converted, which isn't terrible either, but I feel like the exclusiveness of those like turning them in is a little bit better than just some orange essence that you could use for almost anything. Progression. Honor orbs and capsules have been replaced with Battle Pass XP drops. That sucks. That really, really does suck. But it is in line with their Hex Tech chest stuff. Speaking of which, it is exploding the internet right now, the Hex Tech chest stuff. I haven't really been able to cover much of it, but Necrit has been covering a lot of it for one, and yeah, it's been interesting. Definitely leave some comments for the YouTube algorithm to pick it up. The more comments, the better, and the more keywords, the better, like hextech chests and stuff like that. But anyways, yeah, rewards after 25.04, the first time you reach Honor 5, you will be permanently awarded the 3 Honors Malzahar, Shin, and Akshan skins, alongside Grey Warwick and Medieval Twitch and their chromas. What? Oh! The first time you reach Honor 5. Wow. That's actually kind of crazy. You get a lot of stuff for that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 skins and all the chromas for them. That's crazy. Okay. I like that. I really like that. But that is pretty big. Also, I guess we got to get back to Honor level 5 again then. Kind of grind that out or something. Hopefully it's easier to do. It doesn't take as long because that's what they're trying to go for here instead of just like a lot of games. But okay, anyways. Champions. So our first champion change of the patch is going to be Ashe, looks like. Q Ranger's Focus. Hopefully we're not nerfing her. I'm hoping we're not nerfing her. Total damage per flurry is actually up. Okay, that's good. Was 110 to 130% of AD, and now it's 111 to 135% of AD. It's not a huge jump, but it's definitely something that's nice. Alright, volley AD ratio was 100% of bonus AD, now it's 110%. Good. That's good. That's really good, actually. So now it's actually kind of worth using your volley then, instead of auto attacks sometimes being better. And then our Enchanted Crystal Arrow damage, it was 200 to 600, now it's 250 to 650, so extra 50 flat on every level added. And then secondary target damage was 50%, now it's 100%. Oh, so everyone in the zone that gets for when the arrow hits actually does take the full damage. That's really cool, actually. I think that's fine, honestly. It's more like a Jinx ult, I guess, in a way now, but it stuns. Obviously, it's not as much damage as Jinx ult for sure, but yeah. Anyways, that's kind of interesting. I like those changes. Yeah, really, really nice for Ashe, for sure. Diana's up next. We got passive Moon Silver Blade. Monster damage was 300%, now it's 225%. Okay, wow, so they're really nerfing her damage. I mean, it's not like huge, and it's still way better than like no modifier, but like, yeah, that's definitely a nice hit there for her clear speed, basically. And then Q Crescent Strike, what do we have? So it was 60 to 200, now it's 70 to 210. So basically just up 10 flat damage at every rank. Okay, that's fine. Although it does do quite a bit of damage, so I don't know if buffing that's the best thing, but at least it's only like flat, so it's not like they're making her scale even harder or anything like that. Pale Cascade, her W, maximum damage is getting upped as well here. Up by 6 points. Oh, whoops, my bad. What the heck? Oh, shoot. I went completely the wrong way. Sorry, guys. Sorry, flashbang. But anyways, it looks like up by 6 points at every rank, flat, which is nothing super crazy, honestly. So this is all fine. I think this is probably good. Fine or good. I don't really think she needs any buffs, so these are kind of like not great, but at the same time, they're not huge. They're pretty small, honestly, but she can spam these out pretty decently as well. So this is all fine, I think. Echo's up next. Q Time Winder. So looks like they're upping his flat damage by 10 at every rank on his Q. So nice for him. He can spam it out a little bit, but it's not like super short cooldown. So I think this is fine, and it's just flat damage, so it's not like something super crazy, I don't think. But yeah, it looks like they're aiming at shaving some seconds off clearing at the jungle camps and minion waves with that change. Interesting. Okay. Elise has been terrorizing, especially support, and maybe a little bit of jungle, we'll see. But yeah, anyways, it looks like W is the first change here. Volatile Spiderling, or Volatile rather. Damage, the flat is getting nerfed after rank 1. By 5 points, 10 points, 15, and 20 at the following ranks. So max rank is down by 20 damage, which is nothing super crazy, but it's definitely something. And then the AP ratio is actually getting chunked really big here. Looks like 20% of the AP ratio is off there. It was 95% of AP Now it's just 75%. So that's pretty large nerfs actually overall to her W. Although I don't think it's a bad thing. I think it already did do quite a lot of damage. So I think this is a good hit, good place to hit her at least. W Skittering Frenzy. That's the attack speed buff when she's in spider form. Cooldown was 10 seconds, now it's 6 seconds. Oh wow, that's a lot better. And then the bonus attack speed is actually getting buffed here. So wow, that's kind of crazy actually. I think that's fine, but that is kind of big. Okay. Yeah, it was 60 to 100% of bonus attack speed. Now it's 60 to 120% based on rank. Alrighty. Our spider form is also getting changed here. The spiderling damage is getting upped on the flat end. The AP scaling is unchanged at 15%, but it was 8, 14, 20, and 26 based on rank. Now it's 10, 20, 30, and 40. So, I mean, at rank 4, it's up by, what, 14 points. So, pretty nice. And obviously that's per spiderling as well. So, pretty nice buff there as well. I think this is all really good chances overall. I think that might be a little too hard, too much of a buff on the cooldown maybe, but I mean it is just an attack speed buff, although it does apply to your spiderlings as well, so it might not be too big of a deal. Gangplank is actually getting buffed here. Wow, that's a pretty big AD growth actually that he has now. So it was 3.7 of AD growth on his base stats, now it's 4.2. So definitely pretty nice, and yeah, for sure it synergizes well with Trinity Force and like Sheen and stuff like that. Absolutely. All right, Hui is up next. Let's see, passive Signature of the Visionary. Looks like damage was okay. The flat damage is unchanged based on level, but the AP scaling is down by 5%. Okay, yeah, I think that's fine. He does hit pretty hard. And okay, so QW Severing Bolt. I think that's the, like, if you're isolated, you take a lot of damage. This was 80 to 160 damage. Now it's 60 to 160. So once you're level like 9, if you're maxing your Q, then this will be not felt at all. But yeah, even before then, I'd say the 3rd, 4th, and 5th ranks aren't super big of a deal. In terms of damage loss there, and it is only the flat damage as well, not the scaling. But yeah, definitely a good chunk taken off early, which I think is fair. It is pretty strong and very long range too. WE Stirring Lights. Damage looks like it's getting down by 5 at every rank on flat, and then also down by 5% AP there. So yeah, is this the one where he buffs himself with 3 autos, or is this the one where it roots you? I actually don't know. I can't remember. But yeah, anyways, that's fine. I think that's good. A little bit of nerf for sure, but nothing super crazy. But yeah, all right, cool. Hui nerfs, I actually do appreciate it a little bit. I haven't really played it much, so that works for me. Jace is up next. We got W Hypercharge, so the attack speed boost. Says set attack speed was 2.67, now it's 3.0, which, I mean, they did, yeah, they raised the attack speed cap in the last patch, so this makes sense in line with that. So yeah, there we go. Very quick. He's going to attack even quicker now. Callista, W Sentinel. Target max health damage was 14% to 18%. Now it's 10% to 18% based on rank, of course. And okay, so just like nerf early, especially I would say until rank 4 of this, which unless I'm mistaken, which I don't believe I am, you would max this last. I'm not sure if they say anything about that here. Yeah, okay. It doesn't really say anything about it there, I don't think, but I do believe you should max this last, so this is a good nerf, especially early, for sure. First three ranks of the ability are decently nerfed. Nothing like huge, I would say. Rank 1, it's definitely pretty big, but 2 and 3 aren't as big, and then 4 and 5 are like practically unchanged. The 5th rank is definitely unchanged, so yeah, that's fine. Kog'Maw is up next, so we got Q Caustic Spittle. The damage here, it looks like it's getting nerfed by 10 damage at rank 1, 15 damage at rank 2, 20 damage at rank 3, 25 damage at rank 4, and 30 damage at rank 5. So that's the flat damage getting nerfed on that. That's his Q, of course, which is a decent amount of damage because it is a AP scaling ability as well. And he normally builds AD if he, like, normally. So I think they're trying to hit the AP cog variant here, which I think has been popping up somewhere. I'm not really sure where, but I've heard rumors or whispers, I guess. So yeah, it looks like they're nerfing that there. And then interestingly enough, they're also adding 10% AP scaling back into it from there. So it was 70% AP scaling, now it's 80%. So they're kind of making up for it basically if you do build AP maybe. So I feel like they're actually hitting AD cogball a lot more. But okay, yeah, very interesting actually. Very interesting. Alright, I think that's fine though. I don't think it's a huge deal, but yeah, okay. Lulu is up next. So we have W Whimsy. Bonus attack speed was 25% to 35% based on rank. Now it's 20% to 30%. So it's just looting basically, yep, almost literally 5% at every rank. So that's decent size nerf, but like nothing crazy, I don't think. Cooldown is also getting touched here, it looks like. So was 17 to 15 seconds. Now it's 18 to 16. So that's getting nerfed too. Yeah. So yeah, that's a decent size nerf. This is also, it says Whimsy. I don't know if it's also the cooldown for, like, if it's a separate cooldown for polymorph. But yeah, okay, that's kind of interesting. All right, pretty decent size nerf on her W there. I'm not sure if that's just for Whimsy or if it's actually for polymorph version as well. But yeah, okay, definitely nerfing enchanters at the very least, or at least Lulu's enchanting ability. E help picks base damage / shield strength. Looks like it's unchanged the first level, and then second level is not much. Third level is 10 points. Fourth level it is 15, and fifth level rather it is 20 points lost there. Nothing crazy, I don't think, but definitely something. Definitely some nerfs on Lulu for sure, and she's not gonna be super happy about that, but it's okay. Mel is up next. Q Radiant Volley. So cast range was 1,000, now it's 950, so not much lost there, but definitely something. It's not as far range. And the projectile speed was 5,000, now it's 4,500, which actually isn't really that much of a nerf, I don't think. I'd be interested to see like the difference, like side by side, to look at it, but I don't think this is really that big of a nerf. I thought they were going to hit it a little bit harder, honestly, because I know a lot of people were complaining about it, and people were saying it was way too fast and way too long range. So yeah, they definitely hit those places, but not as hard as I thought, which I think is good, honestly, personally. W rebuttal duration was 1 second, now it is 0.75. Oh, okay, so the duration of your shield, right? Yeah, gotcha. And then mana cost is, so you have to time that a little bit better, actually. Mana cost was 65 to 0, now it's 80 to 0 as well. So early ranks especially, that is quite a bit of a nerf in terms of mana consumption. Okay, and then reflected damage was 40% to 70%, now it's 40% to 60%. So actually not that much reflected damage, honestly, but yeah, definitely some decent sized nerfs for that, for sure. That kind of sucks for her. E's solar snare rather. Root duration was 1.75 to 2.25. Now it is 1.25 to 2.25. So early levels it's nerfed in the duration, or how long it roots you for, but later on it pretty much returns to the exact same amount. So yeah, as long as you max it, it's good. And then direct hit damage looks like it was 60 to 220 flat damage plus 50% AP. Now it's 60 to 240, so up by 20 points at max range basically. And then it also gets an extra 10% AP, totaling at 60% AP ratio there. So pretty nice buff there. So yeah, they're kind of saying don't max W max E second for sure, or first, I guess. I don't know if you're supposed to do Q or E, honestly. I haven't done enough research there, but yeah, anyways. Our Golden Eclipse is up next for her. Damage per overwhelm stack, sorry. Flat is unchanged, but it is now plus 3.5% of AP scaling per stack, instead of 2.5%. So definitely nice, more damage on the scaling for sure. All right. And then Nautilus is up next. Q Dredge Line. So 70 to 250 was the old flat damage. Now it's 85 to 265. So actually just up by, what, 15 damage at every rank? Yeah. On his Q, which is actually pretty nice, and it is his main, one of his main at least, damage abilities, so that is pretty good for him. Flat damage is definitely nice, especially in terms of like being a support and stuff as well, so that is pretty good. I like it. I don't really have any problem with that. It's not that big of a deal, but it's definitely nice for him. It's nothing tiny, but it's definitely not huge either. Cyan's up next. So base armor was 32, that's 36, so he's getting tankier. And his health regen is also going up. It was 7.5, now it is 9, so actually pretty good. Pretty nice buffs for him, actually. Okay. Noxus buffs for Cyan. Teemo's up next. So E Toxic Shot is getting changed, actually. He buffed the monster damage on his E. Was 125%, now it is 145%, so up by 20% more damage to monsters. So maybe Teemo jungle incoming. We shall see. Warwick's up next. So we got Q Jaws of the Beast. Mana cost is going up. No, it's already cost so much. That's crazy. All right. So mana cost was 70 to 90. Now it is 80 to 100. So it's just up by 10 points at every rank, which is really sucks for him for sure. So yeah, it looks like he's doing fine in the jungle. And jungle, you do regen your mana like just passively a lot quicker, but his power in top lane is well over the top. So they're hitting it the lane Warwick especially, which I guess is fine, but like you kind of hate to see it sometimes. All right, Yasuo, passive Way of the Wanderer. Critical damage reduction was 10%, now it is removed, so they are removing that crit damage reduction there, which is pretty big for him. Yeah, obviously, if you had watched Freak's patch note thing, he was saying that basically what they say here, we'd like it if Yasuo players were more willing to buy early crit chance, so we're softening his crit damage modifier from way back when base crit damage was 200%. Yeah, so it used to be like, I think it actually, with Infinity Edge, is like 2.5 times your damage, whatever the normal damage was. That was the multiplier. So like 250% basically, and then they've nerfed it quite a few times over the years, and now the base I think is like 1.25, so it's like 125% of your normal damage is your extra before Infinity Edge buff. So yeah, it's definitely, I think it's fine. I mean, he already does really well, so this is definitely going to be super nice for him, and quite a bit of damage honestly back onto him. But we'll see how it lands, I guess. They can nerf him if they need to, obviously, later. But yeah, big Yasuo buff for sure. And it makes sense. It makes sense. Items is up next. That's the last champion update. Abyssal Mask, the magic resistance here was 50. Now it is 45. That's fine. I don't think that's a big problem, honestly. Fimbulwinter, Everlasting Shield is getting nerfed here, I believe. So it was 100 to 180 based on level. Now it's just 100 flat. So losing that scaling extra shield. And it's also plus 4.5% of current mana as well. Says, no, this is roughly 30% less shielding in average cases. So yeah, honestly, a pretty large hit to Fimbulwinter. So yeah, they say it's been very strong for a while, but then people didn't really know. So now that people know, they're going to nerf it back to where it actually should be. So yeah, all right. Heartsteel, I don't really buy it, honestly, so I'm not that big of a deal. I think there's better options anyway, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Certain situations for sure, it is better. Heartsteel is up next, though. Colossal Consumption max health was 10% of damage. Now it is 8% of damage, which means the max health you gain from that, like whatever amount of bonus damage you do to champions, you only get 8% of that damage as max health now instead of the 10%. So it's actually honestly, like, they're nerfing it pretty decently here. Oh shoot. Oh, no, we're good. Sorry. But yeah, they are actually nerfing it pretty decently here, which kind of sucks, honestly, but it's not the end of the world, really. Definitely sucks, like I said, but it'll be okay. Definitely hurts people that built Heartsteel a lot, though, I would say, for sure. And then Infinity Edge, rather. The price is actually going down by 150 gold, which is really great. I love this. This is really good. But we are losing 5 AD, which sucks. But it's fine, I suppose. Yeah, but at least Infinity Edge is a lot cheaper, which I do like a lot. Honestly, it's probably worth it, but because you can get it a little bit early, but at the same time, not that much earlier, and you're losing that late game 5 AD you would have otherwise. But yeah, yeah, it is very expensive though. So, or at least it was. So now it getting knocked off. 150 gold is actually pretty nice though, so I like it, I guess. Mercury Treads is up next. So we got price down by 50 gold basically. So now it's 1250 total. And then Plate of Steel Caps is getting nerfed. The damage reduction from auto attacks is 10% instead of 12%. So they're nerfing that yet again. We'll see if see what they do about it later on. And then Symbiotic Souls was 35 flat move speed, now it's 40. And it says note the evolved movement speed unchanged at 45. So you're not getting that anything extra, but like later once they evolve. But early on you will get an extra 5 flat move speed, which isn't terrible. It's not bad. Pretty useful. Unending Despair is our last item change here. So we have Anguish was 8 to 15 based on level plus 3% of bonus health. Now it's 3% of bonus health. So yeah, they're just nerfing the extra. I think that's the flat damage, right? What's this? No, this is a 10 to 15% 10 to 50% nerf to the item's damage. Yes, this is the damage here. Which, I mean, that's really not that much damage, honestly, anyway, so I guess it's not a big deal, but interesting. Alright, sounds good. That's fine. Systems. So, Otacon. In this patch, we've adjusted Otacon's form spawn rules to better reflect how bloody a game feels with what form Otacon takes on. This also includes accounting for differences between what a bloody game looks like in solo queue versus professional matches. Early lane trading. Pro player features more aggressive early lane trading, and champions simply have less health earlier anyways, so smaller amounts of damage represent greater bloodiness. Therefore, we are increasing the impact of early game PvP damage on bloodiness score to a greater degree. Early PvP generates double the points, decreasing down to the normal amount over 14 minutes. Okay. Diminishing kill score. Functionally, as long as enough kills happen, the game feels bloody and lively. This means that the first few kills are more significant than the subsequent ones. Okay. The first few kills per game grant significantly more points, diminishing with each subsequent kill. Tower dives, in particular, are extremely high-tension moments, and therefore tower dive kills grant multiplicatively more points. Oh, okay. Threshold recalibration. Because these adjustments change point value significantly, we are adjusting the voracious versus ruinous threshold to try to better match these new expected values. Okay, so they're changing things around. Hopefully, I guess it'll be more of kind of a coin flip a little bit in some ways, where like you can it's more in your control, I suppose. I feel like. Okay, 2025 Clash schedules. So they're just telling you everything for the whole year. Cool. So this is all the Clash tournaments happening and the dates that they are on. So there you go. MSI is going to be in June, it looks like, roughly. And then we have Worlds around October-ish. And then, yeah, that's about it. Summoner's Rift Cup, that's kind of cool. Our Earth Cup, what? Are we playing Earth in Clash? Because that would be freaking awesome, honestly. But anyways, yeah. Okay, so updated rewards. Since we're reducing the amount of Clash tournaments this year by half, we're also recalibrating the VP required for each tier of rewards. Okay, cool. So this is all the VP required for all the tiers of rewards. There you go. That's pretty cool. All right. Moving on, we got ARAM changes. So yeah, if you're an ARAM player or enjoyer, especially often, or like a ARAM meta person or whatever, you do have some changes here. So there you go. Looks like mostly Teemo. Mostly Teemo. All right. So our Earth is also getting some changes, of course. Range attack bonus is getting nerfed, actually, pretty big. Other than that, looks like mostly ADC changes. Yeah, alright, swift play, what do we got here? So death timer multiplier, minutes 10 to 35, it's getting nerfed, especially later. So yeah, alright, and then, so you just get faster back on the map, basically, especially in the late game, yep. And then champions, AD growth was 5, now it's 4.3. Now that Yorick has a sudden death cutoff that covers up his weakened game power to combined, we're bringing Yorick down. Oh, it's just Yorick, okay. It didn't mention that this was Yorick anyway, so it's kind of funny. Anyways, so yeah, so Yorick's AD growth, not every champion in Swift Play, was 5, now it's 4.3, and then our maiden mark damage is getting nerfed as well, especially early, but not super crazy. But yeah, okay, anyways, Mythic Shop, now available are all these. Oh, we got some KDA stuff, let's go. What else do we have? Some Hextech, Poppy, and Annie, nice. But yeah, anyways, oh, we can get Prestige KDA Evelyn as well. But yeah, leaving the Mythic Shop, obviously, are all of these as well. I think they're probably already gone, I believe, unless the patch drops tomorrow, I'm not sure. I can't remember if they do the notes on Wednesday and then the patch drops on Thursday, or if it's, I'm pretty sure it's usually notes on Tuesday, but I got the notification today that the notes were dropped, so I'm not sure if the patch is live right now or not. But anyways, definitely read through the bug fixes and quality of life changes, as I always say, because sometimes this stuff can be pretty large and pretty big, so very impactful. So this stuff is pretty cool. Pause to read if you're interested in any of that. And then we've got Mass Justice Lucian, kind of interesting looking. Alright, and then we got Mass Justice Senna. Ooh, that looks pretty cool. I do like me some Senna, so we might see how that skin looks in game and see if we want it. We got some Paris in the background, okay. What is that? Weapon. I'm trying to see if any of these are like normal champions. Are these the Rift Scuttlers? Oops. Quantum Galaxy Slayer Z. There you go. I feel like there was a Galaxy Slayer Z already, right? So I'm pretty sure this is just like another version. And it looks like we got some chromas here as well. But yeah, without further ado, that is going to be it for us today. Let's go back up to the top and kind of end it out here. I was going to look for something. I forgot what I was going to look for though. So, whoops, but that's fine. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it as always, and definitely leave some comments down below and saying what you what was your favorite part of the patch, which was your favorite change, basically. And then for the algorithm, if you don't mind, say some keywords that people search a lot, like Hextech chests. All right, peace.